J. Cole. So family, J. Cole has been doing an assortment of interviews. Of course, he did Cameron's Flea Talk, and he's now also sat down with Carmelo Anthony. He began this interview tour with Nadeska, and he's had some great interviews. Now listen, I have totally, since the album, The Fall Off, has released, I've totally switched my tune on how I feel about J. Cole. I love J. Cole. I don't give a fuck about that battle either no more, J. Cole. J. Cole is more mature than me, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Listen, J. Cole showed me that for me, it's not all about who you say is number one all time. It's not about that for me. It's about, did I do everything I wanted to do in this game? Did I give everything I wanted to give to this game? And when I look back on my legacy, can I be proud of what I did in this game? And he is, and I can salute that. After I've watched all these interviews, it's just brought me to a new assessment. Not only just that, I felt like the Fall Off was such a great body of work. I mean, I feel like the Fall Off was an amazing body of work. Now, I do want to start by saying this before we get too deep in it. We watched, and I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let me see here. J. Cole, Flea Talk with Camron. We watched this, right?
I didn't have a plan C.
Now listen. After watching this interview, let me tell you something, man. And I just gotta be the one. You know a nigga like me.
What type of nigga stand on business, nigga? One man arm against 50, nigga. What you wanna do that? I stand on business, nigga.
Let me tell y'all something about Camron. That nigga really a piece of shit. I gotta keep it 100. Camron is really a piece of shit, bro. And I got Purple Haze right here on the wall. Like, I'm a big fan of Cam. But the way we got to Cam suing J. Cole was so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary. It was really a situation where Camron finessed J. Cole into a situation he did not even want to be in. So what do I mean by this? This is how Camron initially told us the story. Hey, yo, Cole wanted me to be on these albums. I said, yo, I'll be on the albums. I did the work fast. Whoop, whop, wham. Now, J. Cole tried to pay Camron for the verses. He tried to pay Camron for the verses. Off rip. Hey, yo, tag me with your manager so I can make sure you get paid right. Camron hit him with the, nah, you good. Don't even trip. I might need you to do a verse for me later on. So just keep that in the chamber. Boom, you don't owe me nothing. J. Cole literally said, yo, I don't really like, doing business like that. But Camron was so set on, I ain't gonna charge you nothing. I ain't gonna charge you nothing. You good. That I just kind of rocked with it. I let it go. And I probably will play some of this, right? Just so you can kind of see where I'm saying. But what happens next? Camron starts bullying J. Cole for an interview. He takes it from, well, don't even worry about a verse. Just give me an interview. I want an interview. J. Cole like, all right, bet. I'm going to give you an interview. And J. Cole was giving them time frames of when he could give the interview. He was like, well, I'm working on this. I'm working on that. The battle just happened, and I really don't want to do an interview right now because I know people want to hear about that. So, when I'm in that media space, I'm gonna hit you up and we're going to get it done, right? So J. Cole was giving Camron time frames when he thought he was going to be available to do the interview. So he'll say, April 2024, we're going in just loops, right? April 2024, I'll be able to do the interview. April 2024 comes, Camron calls J. Cole. J. Cole like, nah, I'm not ready. Let's try January 2025. January 2025 come, J. Cole again, nah, I'm not ready. Camron is now getting to a place of, yo, he dragging it. He dragging me along. I ain't with it. Now I'm going to push it further into this legal action. Here's the thing. You really strong-armed him. And two, J. Cole never said he wasn't going to do the interview. But Camron wanted the interview to be done when he wanted the interview done. It wasn't about J. Cole working on this album. It wasn't about J. Cole being fresh out this battle and he knows people want to, hear him speak about it. It's not about we know J. Cole is this mysterious, right, kind of artist you don't see a lot. He's not thinking about none of that. He's only thinking about himself. And I did this for you, and it's taking you too long to do this for me. So now I'm finna hit you with the Sue tactic. Bro, it was mad lame because in the beginning, J. Cole literally said, bro, how much you want for it? I'm going to go ahead and pay you. We could have been off this in the beginning, day one, but Camron had a hidden agenda and he finessed Cole. That's literally what happened. Let's listen to some of it if you think I'm lying.
I was brushing you off. It's like, you got to clarify for them. What was happening was Cam did two things for me, and he did them just quick. Mm-hmm. When I wanted you on the 95 South intro, what you need, boom, boom, I got you. I fuck with you. Right. I don't even fuck with a lot of niggas. I fuck with you, boom, boom, man, I appreciate that shit.
Right.
Then when in the studio, when we did I'm Ready, we remade I'm Ready.
And family, it's kind of a little long story. Stay locked in. I got you.
Right.
Yo, we got to get Cam on this. This shit'll be legendary.
Right.
When I hit you for that, nigga came through damn near immediately. Like, we just happened to be in New York same time.
Right.
Verse in 15 minutes, you did not tell a lie when you said that. Nigga knocked the verse out.
Right.
I just went to the bathroom, damn man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I walked in the other studio, hollered at niggas. My engineer came in like, yo.
There.
You said what?
Corday was there.
Corday was he was there that day?
Yeah, he was there that day.
That's right.
Shout out to Corday too.
Yes, shout out to Corday. So so you did that shit quick as fuck. So mind you, as soon as you do the verse, in my mind I'm like, I say, Cam, yo, let me get your lawyer info. Let me get your manager info.
Real quick to tap it, when I did my verse so quick, it's like, because I've been in the game a little longer than you, but it seemed like you was verifying, like you listened to it, not saying you fuck with it, but you was like, nah, I ain't do this quick. It's almost like you study my shit. That's why I'm saying I understand where you come from being a lyricist. I remember you sitting there like, nah, this shit is all right.
You know why? Because I'm listening. When I go back and I listen,
and
it's almost a weird place for me because it's like, yo, you can.
Right.
So but I still, when I'm listening.
It's your project though.
There you go. So I'm listening almost afraid, like.
You don't want to tell me.
I don't want to have to tell Cam, like, yo, Cam, did you reapproach?
Right,
so if I'm listening like that, it's really
but I would
because
respect that.
Then I'm hearing it, I'm like, nah, this nigga went crazy. Like, that's, you smoked it.
No,
so when you was leaving, you so cool, nigga smoking a Black and Mild on the couch. You know what I mean?
Black and Mild is crazy.
Out, and then when you leaving, I say, yo, Cam, like, let me get your lawyer info, you know what I mean, or whoever, so I can get you paid. I'm on that early. Mind you, we did this song a long time ago.
Right.
You like, nah, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, nah, Cam, not like, please, like, you know what I mean?
The step one of the finesse. This step one of that strong arm. Step one.
You like,
absolutely,
nah, trust me,
this is
don't
true.
worry about it. So in my mind, my spite, not for you, but in general, my spidey senses will normally go up.
Right.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want nobody thinking I owe them a favor. But I'm like, it's Cam. Like one, I do Cam a favor anyways. I pay him and still do whatever the favor is. You know what I mean? So it's like, this shit would never get weird in my mind.
Right.
I'm like, cool, he insists, I ain't going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to trip. Years go by, the song, remember I told you the song was probably going to come out in like a few months or something. But my process is like, clearly it took me 10 years on this album. So my process is so much that it's like that song didn't drop till 2 years later, a year and a half, whatever it was. So the song dropped, boom, boom. I give you very short notice that the song is going to drop. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, you still cool with us putting this out? You're like, cool, no problem, boom, boom, boom. So when it's time to do the paperwork, now I've learned my lesson. You also taught me a good lesson, and I do appreciate that. Because industry standard is like, if somebody do a verse for you or they produce for you, how we move, we so last minute, and in the game, it's like standard to be like, we'll work it out after.
Right.
Because everybody moves like understanding industry standard. Like, okay, he might ask for 20% when normally it's 15, no problem. But he ain't gonna come and ask for 70%. Like, so we'll handle it after, boom, boom. So the lawyer came back on our side, I don't know, a month later after they trying to figure the paperwork out. After Might Delete Later drop. They're like, yo, did you tell Cam you'll do a swap for an interview, boom, boom? I was like, no. I told
Step two of the strong arm. Step two of the finesse. Step two of the finesse. Yo, we clearing the song. Shit's finna go down. Hey, yo, you told Cam you was gonna do an interview for him?
told him I'd do an interview, and I will. I still got a plan to do an interview for him.
Right.
But I ain't say it was a swap. Like,
right.
It wasn't a swap. It wasn't a verse for an interview. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go do Cam.
Right.
But it's not based on
The verse.
The verse, right?
Gotcha.
So they come back with some crazy number, like, all right, he want 300,000, some number where I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, shit is going on. And then right after that was the Kendrick and Drake shit.
Right.
So much shit has happened in my life. That's not necessarily a priority for me.
Right.
Meanwhile, you hitting me around that same time, like, yo, bro, is it, like, what you think about doing an interview?
Right.
I'm like, Cam, I would love to do an interview. You know I fuck with your platform.
Right.
I would love to do an interview with you. Let me get this album out.
Right.
Now, here's where I fucked up. And if I go back, I'll start doing shit differently.
Right.
Like, I was telling you when I thought I'd be done with the album.
Right.
So I'd be like, if at this time it's April or May, I'd be like, you'd be like, cool, just let me know I'm starting this thing, this new, you hadn't even started this yet.
Right.
I damn near maybe it was gonna be your first guest or some shit.
And that's exactly what it was going to be.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. So,
Again, hidden agendas. Camron had talk with Flea coming. He wanted to show the Pop first interview with J. Cole.
So what I was telling you was, man, I think I had this shit done by September. And mind you, when I'm saying that, I'm confident in it too, damn near.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I should be done by September. I've done this before.
Right.
But I ain't know that I had to get, I had to get my head right. I had to get my energy right. And it took me a lot of elements, made it so that by the time September crept up, I had you on my mind the whole summer.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, I told Cam September I'd probably be done. I'm knowing, and this nigga, yo, you don't play about your business, and I really respect it.
I appreciate it.
September 1st at motherfucking 9 a.m. This nigga Cam was on my line like, hey, what's up, bro? Like that's why it's like I see how you've built such a successful business.
I appreciate that.
Every time I gave you a date,
Right.
I don't know if you got a assistant, a schedule, if that shit is up here.
Right.
Every time I gave you a date, you was on me on that date. Right. So the first time you hit me September, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta tell Cam it's not September.
Right.
Cam, it's not September, boom, boom. Like,
Right.
I'm not there yet, boom, boom. I think it'll be realistically March or whatever I say, right? I give you another date.
Right.
Everything's cool. You cool about it. You're not tripping at all. You like, cool, just let me know, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You double back around March or whenever the next thing is.
Whenever you told me to hit you back, I was
every
thinking
time you double back, but the next time you double back, I also wasn't ready.
Right.
And mind you, the whole time, you don't know this, but I was telling you the other day, it's like, every time I had you on my mind, like, fuck. Like, I'm behind schedule.
Right.
But somewhere in my thoughts, I'm thinking about you. Because I'm like, yo, I told Cam I'd be done by such and such.
Just real quick, right? Me being on your mind is pause.
Yeah, that's a pause. That's a pause. That's a pause.
Come on, man.
Let's just...
Cam, chill. Cam, chill.
That's a
I
pause.
just because you said it like 3 times, I'm gonna let it slide. But like, I don't want
This
to be
nigga
on
too
your
Harlem,
mind that
bro.
much, man.
Yeah.
So I just want to get that out
This nigga too
real
Harlem.
quick. But go ahead, my bad. I
Nah.
want to.
All right, let's speed it just a tad.
I'm sorry.
Just a tad.
So we in March.
Now we in March there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you was like, yo, I understand what you're saying, but like, let me tell you how I'm feeling. Like, when you asked me to do something, I showed right up.
Right.
And I did it, and I knocked it out. Now when I'm asking you to do something, it's like, you gotta, now it's all of this time and boom, boom. It's like, yo, I'm not understanding. Which I felt your energy. I had to go, whoa, Cam.
Right.
Like, I feel like, I'm sensing your energy and I'm realizing like, we don't even really know each other like that.
Yeah.
I respect you. I got a lot of love
Likewise,
for you.
yep,
and
yep.
I'm assuming you respect me, got a lot of love, but we don't really know each other. So I feel like you may think that I'm trying to give you the runaround or play with you or boom, 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 and it's not like that.
Right.
Nigga, if you only knew how many people that are I've maybe done the same thing to, and it's not, and that's when I explained to you like, yo, I don't move like that. Like, I'm not just jumping out to do an interview for it's like, yo, I want to talk about the music and anything else that comes around the music, cool. But it's like, I don't have nothing, especially at that time. If I jump on an interview, what do niggas want to hear about at that time? It's like, man, no, my mind is on trying to finish this shit I've been working on for so long. I explained that to you. You said, cool. The conversation was great. You know what I mean? We had a real conversation, and then I gave you another date.
Right.
And this last date I gave you was probably like June of last year or whenever it was.
Right.
And I remember because we started mixing the album for real.
Right.
A little around the time after I talked to you.
Right.
We started mixing in tape.
Right.
We never mixed in tape before. We mixed in tape because, we was listening to a lot of Mobb Deep along the way.
I was about to say you took it back to reels.
Yes, we took it to reels and tape and like mixing on the board. And we mixed on the board before, but we ain't never hit tape.
Right.
And Q-Tip was in the studio one time with me, and I had to ask him like, yo, bro, like, what was y'all doing on on Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
What was y'all doing? And he was just telling me, yeah, we was hitting tape. We fucked around with tape in the past, but never like this. The mix, like that's how it is. Every time people don't not understand it, but you understand, which is like when you mix. If I mix on Pro Tools right now, if I got a Cam song that I did and it's mixed on Pro Tools, I could pull that shit up in 0.3 seconds. The whole mix, everything. It might take 10 seconds because it's some plugins and shit. When you got tape, every time we switch a song, you gotta fucking send every track to the board. The board gotta go to, or some shit, the board gotta go to tape. All of these tracks on the tape, you gotta send it back to the board. You gotta get the board dialed in by hand, exactly how you had it last time, just to make it.
Now, I just want y'all to take a second to remember, J. Cole is trying to get an album he's been working on 10 years out, right? With that going on, he's also dealing with the battle and people looking at him differently now. You're the guy who apologized. You're not Big Three no more, quote unquote. All of these things. All Cam is really trying to do is ask and be the first to get the interview after the battle. He don't care about what J. Cole got going on. J. Cole never said he's not going to do the interview. That never came out of his mouth, but it's not happening on Cam's time. So let's continue.
Changed. Right. So now by the time you hitting me, in June on this last time, now I get, and this is where I understand and I get it. You hit me again and you like, hey bro, like, you know, what's good? I'm checking back in June 1st, like you told me or whatever, like what's good? And now I gotta hit you with the heartbreaking text for me, cause I'm like, fuck, I don't wanna tell this nigga. And what I tried to do on this last text with you was to say like, Cam, let's not do it like this no more. Let me just tell you, this album is coming out, but let me just hit you. You the first person I'm coming to see. Everybody on my team been knew that. So let me just hit you as soon as I'm done for real. And then you the first person I'm coming to see. Your text back was like, yo, respectfully, like you've been telling me for a long time you was gonna do this. So like, if you can't make it happen in the next 2-3 weeks, like, yo, let's not even worry about it. And I was like, yo, I definitely can't do the next 2-3 weeks. And you was like, cool. So then this the other last part. I know it's a long story.
No.
First of all, that's crazy gaslight from Cam. That's crazy, bro. Nigga like, yo, man, if you can't do it in 2 or 3 weeks, bro, just don't even worry about it no more, bro. Like, what? Bro, what kind of shit is that?
Take your time. I'm glad you're so in depth.
Yes.
Like I said, listen, J. Cole fan. I'm one of the J. Cole fans.
I appreciate it.
Cam, you're lying. Cole, don't do this.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal. It's nothing. But this is just his process. So I'm glad you're being this detailed about it.
For sure.
For me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
So now, and mind you, even when you sent me that text, it's the crazy part. Even when you sent me that text, like, yo, don't even worry about it. In my mind, I know, oh, Cam fed up with me. But Cam don't know my plan is to still, you didn't know this, but Eve knew and everybody on my team knew, like, Cam, like, he kind of done with me, but he don't know as soon as my album drop, I'm still coming to see him first. Because I told him I'd come to his show. You know what I mean? Like, so that was still my plan. So the last wild thing that happened to me, to answer your original question, which was how did I feel? About a month before I'm not even gonna say this, around like August, September or whatever the date was in the fall, I got a random text from you. And it was like some like DocuSign thing that you was telling somebody like yo, I think you sent the wrong one or something like that. I'm thinking somebody hacked your phone.
I remember.
I'm thinking somebody, because you know people be playing on phones and trying to hack. So I'm like, yo, bro, you good? I hit you damn near back in at least 10, 15 minutes, like, yo, you good? And then you was like, oh, no, my fault, wrong text, like wrong person. I'm like, all right, hope you good. And then you hit me like, yo, everything good. So in my mind, I'm like, you know, we still good, and I still got plans in my mind to hit you. So then a month later or 3 weeks later, when the lawsuit come out, I'm like, come on, Cam. And only because it was like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, you really could have hit me. Like, although it was taking a long time, I don't give a fuck if you would have called me and been like, yo, nigga, what the, like you could have scrinked on me, we could have argued, boom, boom. I would have preferred that than the other way, because I was just like, damn, Cam, it never got to that point where you couldn't like holler at me or whatever. So my first thing was disappointment. But then I was like, and my first thought was like, fuck it then. Like this nigga ain't even know I was still gonna come to his show. Like, my first gut reaction, like, damn, and it's like misinformation, you know what I mean? Like within the lawsuit itself, and you know, the internet running with it. People hit me like, yo, what's going on with the Cam shit? Boom, boom. So like my ego reaction is like, man, all right. Quietly, I'm like, man, fuck this nigga, boom, boom.
Which I just want to say real quick, the misinformation in the lawsuit was J. Cole agreed to do a verse for an interview. That was misinformation. J. Cole never agreed to that. Cam led us to believe he agreed with that.
But quickly, I'm like, but nah, like, I get it though. Let me put myself in his shoes. Like, yo, the nigga feel like he was getting a runaround. Right. You know what I mean? He don't know you for real. He don't know your heart for real, for real. Right. He think you trying to play. And Cam mind is probably like, I seen this movie before. Right. You don't fuck with me. You don't want to do the favor. You trying to drag me out until I don't want to do it no more. Right. All right, nigga, bet. And I got one in the chamber. Right. I never signed that paperwork for that fucking, for that verse. So here you go, boom, just to like hit me.
And not signing the paperwork, that's step 3 of the finesse. He finessed the whole situation.
In a rib, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, cool. Like, and even when I took that and understood that and accepted that, I still said in my mind, I was like, yo, I'ma still go see Cam.
And that's what you called and said.
For
you
sure.
said, regardless if you still want to sue me or anything else, I'm still, and which of course, it was never gonna go nowhere, but for me, it was.
This nigga was clearly lying.
That lawsuit definitely would have went somewhere, all right? I ain't gonna believe you, Cam. Yo, we gotta remember, man, Cam is the same nigga that had trademark Jim Jones's like Purple City Bird Gang. Like, he done did some snakish shit. Even when we think about the Dipset versus Locks battle, Cam didn't even come out with Dipset. Cam came out on his own time. Like, Cam be acting a little, if the money ain't on the table with you at that very moment, Cam ain't acting the same, which I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam move like that. That's just dead ass truth.
It was more like, I need to get this nigga attention because
nigga said, I need to get this nigga attention. What? If that don't sound like my side bitch trying to be my main bitch. You need my what? Come on, gang.
I'm not gonna call on bark on you. I'm not, we got a cool relationship. We never been there. It ain't like we've been to club together. We don't know each other to scream and yell at each other, no shit like that. So I just took it more of like, to me, when I looked at it and I looked at the time, like, and you did a great job explaining.
Yep.
I just looked at the years because it was turning into years.
Facts.
And I'm like, yo, and you made a great point too. You didn't look at it as a swap, and we come from two different. No, I'm a little before you. So the way I used to look at it, or not niggas in my generation, and be like, yo, I did this for you. I need you to do this for me.
Right.
That's how I looked at it, even though you're explaining that's how you never looked at it because you offered to pay me. I'm not charging you. I tell niggas no.
Nigga said, I'm not charging you. Huh? But now you suing them.
I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like a lot of people, especially rappers. I don't even like, you're great lyricists. Like I said,
thank you, bro.
Like not just for your generation, period. So
thank you.
I'm like, let me get a verse. Cam and take me to, matter of fact, fuck the verse, let me get the interview. Yo, pardon me. And then that's when all that shit came out at the same time. So more of the story is I get it, and thank you for being here, bro. And
thank you for having me.
That shit was never gonna go nowhere for us, the lawsuit anyway. It's just like, I need to get this nigga attention because I did feel like I did a couple things for you like that because I respect your craft and what you do.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but if you respect this craft and what he do so much, why you rushing his process now? Why you rushing the interview process if you respect his craft and what he do so much? You know he's working on an album. You know, if you've been listening to him, how, you know, much he's been putting into this album. Come on, Cam.
I'm glad we here, man.
All right.
I'm glad we here, bro.
Anyway.
Like I said, that shit wasn't never about nothing. It was more like, yo, bro, I did this shit for the nigga. But at the end of the day, your process, like you explained to me, is your process.
Right.
Let's get on to some better shit.
All right. Let's also get on to some better shit. So